carbon reporting, and resource units per unit. Whether it be carbon, energy, or resource reporting, units per unit can be utilized to track any emissions per resource used in an expert estimation project. With resource units per unit, you can attach another unique resource unit for each time a resource is used. For example, freight for each kilometre travelled with cargo, 0.01016 kilograms of CO2 is emitted. This can be tracked as a unique resource unit such as CTonne, which can stand for carbon tonnes. This unique resource unit can then be reported on throughout expert estimation. To access the resource units per unit, you'll need to go to the Resource Explorer of any project you're working on and click on the Properties button found in the ribbon menu. Clicking here and scrolling down towards the bottom of the Properties pane will give you the ability to define a unit for each of the scope levels that you need for your carbon reporting. After you define your carbon scope units, a factor can be applied to quantify the number of units that will be used or consumed per usage of that resource. Once you define the unit against or unit per unit against the resource, you can then modify them all in bulk. To do this, you can go to the Update Resource Properties. With some tabular information in your clipboard, and from the drop-downs you can select the unit per unit as well as the value. You can select what column will be mapped to be the unit per unit for the value of the unit per unit for that resource. Once your items have all had a scope, 1, 2, and 3 carbon reporting code or unit assigned to its resource, you'll have to turn the calculation for resource units per unit on in the project. To enable this, head to Project Properties. Ensure you are in Edit mode, click on Calculations, and tick the first checkbox, which is Include Resource Units per Unit in the Resource Unit Sum calculations. This will then allow you on a per item basis or on the project to summarize the total of your carbon emissions. You can then also use these resource units per unit results in your formula calculations for things such as the Get Direct Cost Res Unit formula in the overheads. For reporting, the Item Resource Unit Analysis report can display the specific resource units used relating to each line in the direct cost schedule and/or the overhead cost schedule. Many other reports can also show multiple resource units as part of the presented information, allowing you to analyze emissions at different levels of your project. And that's how to utilize carbon, energy, or resource reporting using resource units per unit. If you'd like to learn more about this feature, see the links below for more information. Our in-house customer support specialists are here to help you 24/7, every day of the year.